Greetings everyone. Welcome to E&E Learning Hub. I'm going to go through and explain the solution for question 3 from the 2018 Csec Electrical and Electronic past paper. All right, so let's begin. Part A. It says, Figure 2 shows a typical control circuit for starting and reversing a three-phase motor with several electrical components labeled. So here is figure 2, the control circuit for starting and reversing a three-phase motor. Part 1 of A, it says name each of the electrical components labeled A, B, C, D, E, and G in the circuit in figure 2. All right. So for A, that is the stop push button. B, that's the forward start push button. C, reverse start push button. D, normally close contact for the reverse electrical interlock. E, forward contactor coil. And G, normal close contact for forward electrical interlock. So that's it for part 1 of A. Part 2, it says, explain how any three of the electrical symbols named in A part 1 on page 11 functions. All right, so first up we have the stop push button. This is used to de-energize the circuit. Then we have the forward start push button. This is used to energize the circuit for the motor to run in forward direction. Finally, I have the reverse start push button. This is used to energize the circuit for the motor to run in reverse direction. And that's it for part 2 of A. Now let's move on to part B. So it says, outline the steps of procedure to be used to allow the three-phase motor in figure 2 to run in forward direction and in reverse direction. So I'm going to start with part 1 first, in forward direction. So I'm going to go through the explanation here, and then I'm going to use the circuit from figure 2 to explain again so that everyone will have a better understanding. All right, so let's go. So the first thing that you want to do is to press the forward start push button. In doing so, a path for current to flow will be created, and the contactor coil F will be energized. After the coil is energized, the normally open auxiliary F contact will close, and the normally closed auxiliary F contact for the electrical interlock will open, and the motor will start to operate in forward direction. When the stop push button is pressed, the contactor coil F will be de-energized, and the contacts that were open and closed will return to their original state. All right, so let's go to figure 2 now. All right, so let's go again. So when the forward start push button is pressed here, a path for current to flow will be created, and the contactor coil here will become energized. As a result of the coil being energized, the normally open auxiliary F contact here will become closed, and the normally closed auxiliary F contact here for the electrical interlock will become open, and the motor will start to operate in forward direction. Now, When the stop push button is pressed, the contactor coil here will be de-energized. As a result of that, the auxiliary contact F that was closed will return back to its original state, which is open, and the auxiliary contact F for the electrical interlock that was open will also return back to its original state, which is closed. All right, so that's it for the forward direction. Now let's move on to part 2, reverse direction. Again, the first thing that you want to do is to press the reverse start push button. In doing so, a path for current to flow will be created, and the contactor coil R will be energized. After the coil is energized, the normally open auxiliary R contact will close, and the normally closed auxiliary R contact for the electrical interlock will open, and the motor will start to operate in reverse direction. When the stop push button is pressed, the contactor coil R will be de-energized, and the contacts that were open and closed will return to their original state. All right, so let's go back to figure 2. All right, so here we go. So when the reverse start push button here is pressed, a path for current to flow will be created, and the contactor coil R right here will become energized. As a result, the normally open auxiliary contact R will become closed, and the normally closed auxiliary contact R for the electrical interlock will become open, and the motor will start to run in reverse direction. Now, when the stop push button is pressed, the contactor coil R will be de-energized. As a result, the normally open auxiliary contact R that was closed will now become open, and the normally closed auxiliary contact for the electrical interlock that was open will become closed again. So they'll both return back to their original state. And that's it for the reverse direction. And that's it for this question. All right, so guys, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the videos with others, especially those who are doing Csec electrical and electronic. Thank you for watching.